What's going on, everyone? It's Kochyy here, and I have a fun little video for you today. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the Can't For Your Own World around 6 units and basically give you my thoughts on what their potential attributes and killer combinations could be. We don't have any information yet. We've only seen their special moves. But I've done a little bit of research on the novel and basically what these characters did in the novel, as well as just looking at their past iterations and what potential attributes and killers they could have. Again, this is all speculation. There's no truth really behind any of this, and knowing KLab, regardless of if you look at this with a certain point of like logic and reason, KLab can throw that all out of the window. Characters have killers where they've never fought those type of enemies before, or they've repeated attributes over and over. So all that, just a disclaimer, this is just my speculations on it. KLab can do whatever the hell they want, but just for fun, I figured I just wanted to put this kind of video together. So first and foremost, let's start with Shinji. So Shinji, in his special move, he's using his Bankai, and the part in his special, I found it is basically referencing a part in the novel where he's using his Bankai against the I don't know how to pronounce this exactly, so forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, but it's basically Hakone's Zanpakuto, Iko Mikidomo or something like that. I'm just gonna say Iko Miki. So basically those hollows, they're like overwhelming everyone, and Shinji tells everyone to get away, and when they are far enough distance, he releases his Bankai, and that's what this scene is referencing. I don't remember are these enemies actually hollows in game, because we do have these kind of weird looking enemies in game as well. I'm not sure if they're hollow or if they're no affiliation. I feel that they're no affiliation, but they are stated to be hollows in the novel. So I guess from there, I'm gonna say his killer is gonna be hollow. And like I said, that's based on him using his Bankai the same way in the novel, which is what the special move is referencing. And though we just got a heart hollow killer with Machine Society Izuru, he is a NAD unit, and I think Shinji will be an SP unit. I'd prefer if he's an SP unit, honestly. And the last, I believe, heart hollow SP unit we got was Mugetsu. So it's been a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I think I should say I already went into his attribute, heart. That's the other thing. Kind of mismatched the order right there, but yeah, I think he's going to be a heart hollow killer. So hollow killer based on what I said, based on what he did in the novel and his special move. And for the attribute, let me explain that. So he's had a version for every single attribute. He's had 2 tech versions, so I don't think he'll be tech again. The next one after that was speed, then mind, and power. His first version ever was heart, and that's why I'm leaning towards heart, just because that was his oldest version, and just to bring that back into the front, because like the other ones are more recent if you look at it that way. But again, KLab can do anything, so I think Shinji is going to be a heart hollow killer. That's my prediction for him. SP unit. I hope none of these are NAD units, if I'm going to be honest. But anyway, that's it for Shinji, so we'll move on to the next character. Alright, and the next character is Luppi. So Luppi has only one version in the game, and it is a heart hollow killer. So he has actually a lot of attributes he could be, mind, speed, power, or tech. But yeah, let's get into the attributes. Actually, no, we'll start off with the killer, because I think that's easier. In the novel, he fights Grimmjow, and he has a big thing, like he wants to get revenge against Grimmjow, and I believe his special move is referencing what he did in the novel as well, because it said that he created like 8, what is it called, Gran Ray Zeros from each tentacle, and then he fired that at Grimmjow, and that's basically what he's using in his special move. And if you look at Grimmjow's special move, he's also using a Gran Ray Zero, and that also happened in the novel. They were both using it against each other, and other characters that were there or in around the fight were saying that, if those attacks like collide, like it could kill everyone or something like that. But I believe that's what the special move is referencing. He's using a Gran Ray Zero, and it's referencing his fight with Grimmjow, so I'm going to say he is a Rancor killer. Now onto the attributes. Like I said, he has many slots open: mind, speed, power, and tech. because he only has the one unit in game, which is Heart. So I was looking at the other Arrancar killers for the other attributes and just kind of, seeing what could be likely. So we'll start off with speed. Our last speed Arrancar killer was Can't Fear Your Own World Baragon. So I thought, that's already in the Can't Fear Your Own World kind of, I guess, like bunch of units. So maybe not another, speed Arrancar. So let's cross out speed. Then our last power Arrancar killer was Machine Society Toshiro, and that was literally just mid-month. So it's not uncommon that CFYOW has repeated attribute killers before, but let's just say for the sake of we just got one, maybe not power attribute, if I'm thinking they're another SP unit at least. Our last tech Arrancar killer was Can't Fear Your Own World Hallibell. And again, similar with Baragon, I want to say no to this just because, we've already had a tech Arrancar in the Can't Fear Your Own World kind of theme of, units that have been released. And also, being a tech Arrancar killer is a really tough, killer attribute combination to be in. And I'm looking at Lost Agent Soifon, like, it's really tough being that attribute. So I don't want him to be in that combination with attribute and killer, just because it's difficult. And regardless of what I think of the character themselves, I would like to see all the characters have like some chance. It's not like, oh, I hate Luppi, I hope he gets shafted and he's in a an attribute where there are tons of better units than him. It's nothing like that. So don't think tech. That leaves Mind. Our last Mind Arrancar killer was Christmas the Now. So I want to say Mind is the open slot, and Luppi will be a Mind Arrancar killer. Yeah, I think that's about it. Arrancar killer because he fought Grimmjow, and Mind just because the other attributes are, two of them are filled up by another Can't Fear Your Own World character that was released in these type of banners, and then one was Power, which was literally this month. So I'm gonna lean towards Mind. That's my speculation. So Luppi, Mind, Arrancar killer. And yeah, we'll move on to the last character. And the last character is Grimmjow. So Grimmjow, similarly to Luppi and Shinji, based on his special move and what I found in the novel, he's using a Grand Race 0, and I think that's supposed to be referencing his fight with Luppi. And if you look at both their special moves, they're using Grand Race Zeros in opposite directions. They're like towards each other, like they're basically attacking each other. So I think that's what the reference is. He's fighting Luppi, and Luppi's an Arrancar, so I'm gonna guess that Grimmjow's killer is going to be Arrancar. So you might be saying that, two Arrancar killers in the same banner. And the response to that is like, it's not uncommon. If we look at the round 1 of Can't Fear Your Own World, with Hakone, Neliel, and Grimmjow and Neliel were both Arrancar killers. And if we look at round 4 as well, Baragon and Hallibell, again, both Arrancar killers. So I don't think it's too far-fetched or out of the ordinary to see a double killer kind of feature like that. I think that's definitely plausible. So Arrancar killer for Grimmjow. Now moving into his attribute. Grimmjow has had a attribute or a version for every single attribute. He's had 2 Mind versions. He's had 2 Power versions. So the Mind one was the White Day Grimmjow. Maybe some people won't count seasonals, but anyway, White Day, and his Unleash the Beast version. It was a 20 DR, that one. He has 2 Power ones, which is the Halloween one and then Parasol one. Now when I think about it like that, those are both seasonals, so maybe could be Power. Could be Power. That's interesting. Both seasonals. He doesn't have like a premium version of Power, so that's interesting. And the last Can't Fear Your Own World Grimmjow was Heart, so I'm crossing Heart off of the potential list. But his earliest and his first version was Speed, and that was the OG Grimmjow that was like a NAD unit. It was actually really good in PvP way back when, but yeah, I'm putting it on Speed. That's my guess. I'm gonna say he is a Speed or Arrancar killer, and I know we had Can't Fear Your Own World Baragon, but it could be Speed, and now when I look at it, Power, since both are seasonals, maybe Power as well. So Speed or Power, but I'm leaning towards Speed. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Speed. So I'm gonna say Grimmjow is gonna be a Speed or Arrancar killer. If not Speed, maybe Power. But hopefully these all these units are SP units. Personally, I don't want to see any NAD units. That's just my preference, but you know, if there's something like Tokinata, then which I you know, have a hard time believing they'd make one of these characters kind of like Tokinata, but yeah, it's like SP units are pretty simple and like straightforward to like make. You know, NAD units are kind of like a little wonky, but anyway. Those are my predictions for these characters. So going back, you know, from last to first, Grimmjow, Speed Arrancar, Luppi, Mind Arrancar, and Shinji Heart Hollow. Those are my guesses for these 3 units on the banner. You know, I'm excited to see how the finished like characters look with all their strong attacks and stuff like that. And you know, the special moves look pretty nice. Not too hype for the banner, just because I know, you know, it's just going to be the same filler kind of situation. You're going to see the same units that we've always seen. I mean, that's another thing I was thinking about. What if they started putting the old Can't For Your Own World rounds as filler, just like how they're doing with 1000 Year Blood War? That would be pretty cool, and that would make me more excited to summon. I think for a lot of people as well, if they missed the earlier rounds. So, you know, something to consider, but I don't think it'll happen so soon. Maybe, who knows. But yeah, that's my predictions for these 3 units. Let me know what you guys think, if you have any predictions yourself, or what you thought about, you know, the like my reasoning and stuff like that. And you know, of course, disclaimer, you know, CFYOW can do whatever the hell they want. You know, you don't have to really look and try to follow a pattern. When it comes to CFYOW, they can just do, you know, anything and everything without any kind of indication of a pattern. You know, they'll repeat the attribute, they'll repeat the traits. Like my biggest example would be probably the Machine Society Izuru. Heart unit, DR trait. The last Izuru that came out was Tag Team Izuru, also a heart unit with the DR trait, you know. So anything could happen with this. CFYOW is just free to do whatever they want. But anyway, that's my predictions. Let me know what you guys think. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to join the Discord. The link will be in the description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later.